ਪਿਛਲੇ ਦਿਨੀ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਾਰਾਜਾ ਰਣਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਬੁੱਤ ਤੇ ਕੁਝ ਸ਼ਰਾਰਤੀ ਅਨਸਰਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਫਲਸਤੀਨੀ ਝੰਡਾ ਲਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਘਟਨਾ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਮੁਸਲਿਮ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਕੀਤੀ। ਮੁਸਲਿਮ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਕਾਰਾ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਅਨਸਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਖਤ ਨਿੰਦਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਇਸ ਘਟਨਾ ਦੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਦੋਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ। ਉਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਘਟਨਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਤੇ ਮੁਸਲਿਮ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦਰਮਿਆਨ ਦਰਾਰ ਵਧਾਉਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਸੀ। ਜ਼ਿਕਰਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਫਲਸਤੀਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਕਤਲੇਆਮ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਪ੍ਰਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ। ਉਸ ਪ੍ਰਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਮਹਾਰਾਜਾ ਰਣਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਬੁੱਤ ਨਾਲ ਫਲਸਤੀਨੀ ਝੰਡਾ ਬੰਨ੍ਹ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਪ੍ਰਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੌਰਾਨ 2 ਨਕਾਬਪੋਸ਼ ਬੁੱਤ ਤੇ ਚੜ੍ਹੇ ਅਤੇ ਘੋੜੇ ਦੀ ਗਰਦਨ ਨਾਲ ਫਲਸਤੀਨ ਦਾ ਝੰਡਾ ਬੰਨ੍ਹਣ ਮਗਰੋਂ ਫਰਾਰ ਹੋ ਗਏ। ਹਾਲਾਂਕਿ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ ਝੰਡਾ ਉਤਾਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਅਤੇ ਸ਼ਰਾਰਤੀ ਅਨਸਰਾਂ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਬੁੱਤ ਤੇ ਝੰਡਾ ਲਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਘਟਨਾ ਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਬੁੱਤ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਭੰਨਤੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ਮਾਲਟਨ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਈ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦੇ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦੇ ਅਤੇ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਦੇ ਇਮਾਮ ਤੇ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਮੁਸਲਿਮਸ ਦੇ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦੇ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਸਨ।
And I work at the National Council of Canadian Muslims. I want to start by thanking the Gurdwara for having us here today and of course the Ontario Gurdwara Committee. Canadian Sikhs and Muslims have built decades of friendship. Those decades of friendship are often built upon shared and common values. Those values include things like taking care of our neighbors, being kind to each other, feeding the poor and standing up against injustice. I want to address the incident that happened in relation to the statue of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. While we do not speak for those who did this, we can speak for many Muslims in Peel and nationally who would say quite clearly that our communities will always stand for justice, and that sometimes means saying clearly that what is right and what is wrong. Everyone deserves to feel safe and respected. Our values of faith teach us to treat each other with love and respect, and to be clear, if any person wishes to show the Sikh community or any other community disrespect, you will have to deal with us first as their allies. And to those people trying to drive a wedge between our communities, including through foreign interference, we see you, and let us be clear, we will not be divided. We will never stop praying for the safety of all people, including our Palestinian brothers and sisters who have been facing unimaginable horrors and suffering. And we will never stop in our friendship and solidarity with all of our neighbors. And that, of course, includes our Sikh Canadian community. Thank you again for having us.
Good afternoon, everyone.
You can sit on the table if you wish. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Peace be with you. My name is Hamid Salimi, and I'm an imam here in Mississauga, not too far from here. I'm also the current president of the Muslim Council of Peel, and I'm also serving the Muslim community in different capacities. And I was very disturbed to hear of the news that occurred not too far from here on Friday night. I would like to stress first and foremost my gratitude, and I would like to thank the Ontario Gurdwara Committee for having us here today. We are here at the Sri Guru Singh Sabha Gurdwara in Mountain to show our support to our Sikh neighbors and also concern in the strongest terms. And we are here also to condemn in the strongest terms possible the incident that took place on Friday night. We are saying it's wrong and it's not a civilized act and it's not representing our Muslim community. I can't speak on behalf of any protesters, but I'm here, I can speak comfortably on behalf of hundreds of thousands of Muslims who have the greatest respect for their neighbors, including specifically the Sikh community that we have worked with for decades for the betterment of minorities in this country, for many causes that are common to us. While, as I said, we cannot speak on behalf of those who did this heinous, uncivilized incident, we can speak for our community here in Peel and of course nationally. Our values of faith teach us to treat each other with dignity. That is the minimum requirement amongst human beings. Respect and grow that to love. And for those who are trying to cause, disturbance and cause hatred between our two beautiful communities, we tell them today, here we are standing. It's only making us stronger, and it's only making us more adamant to work for the betterment of Canadians, whatever their religions or races are. The perpetrators did commit an act of desecration and disturbance of peace. And that is by itself an act that should be investigated, and we implore and ask the authorities to investigate thoroughly in this matter as soon as possible. We continue to pray for the safety of our Palestinian brothers and sisters who have been facing unimaginable horrors and suffering, and for all those who are suffering around the world. And we will never stop in our friendship and solidarity with all our neighbors, and that of course includes our Sikh community here in Canada. Thank you.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Bhagat Singh, and I'm the Secretary for Ontario Gurdwaras Committee. I would like to thank everyone that came here today to show solidarity with the Sikh community for the act that happened here, the incident that happened here on Friday night, where just next to us there's a plaza, Sher Punjab Plaza, and the statue of Maharaja Ranjit Singh desecrated. While we appreciate you guys coming here today, we would like to add that people who were responsible for holding that event should be held responsible, and they should find out who the people that committed this act and hold them responsible. I just wanted to add that, and at the same time, thank you so much for coming and showing solidarity. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
What would you say to people attending the rallies
I think
or protests or whatever?
Yeah. I think we have been seeing rallies and protests across the country. Many of them overwhelmingly have been peaceful. What took place here on Friday was unacceptable. No community, no faith-based community should feel uncomfortable, unsafe. And so what happened here, all of us together here in solidarity are calling out this act because we know that as neighbors, as friends, this is unacceptable.
Only because the rallies, I don't think are going to stop anytime soon. I know there's some incidents that have happened today. I didn't read exactly what they were, but
Yeah,
so there's potential for things to escalate.
Yeah, and we certainly know how individuals are using this as an opportunity to drive wedges between communities, right? And I think our community has been working together, in solidarity for many, many decades, right? And so seeing something like this is hurtful. And so, I think everyone needs to be mindful, be aware, and to acknowledge the ways in which even foreign interference is playing a part in furthering these wedges, and we need to be kind of vigilant around this.
I know I was doing a Google search, going to school at Google. It seems like they're even censoring. Couldn't find any information on Google. So people out there have limited information except for what they see on social media.
Yeah, which allows, again, misinformation to spread even further.
And that's the reason we're here today, to address such incidents so our communities don't go any further apart. We want to bring everyone closer. We know this is an isolated incident. This was not committed by Palestinians in whole and by any means. We know people that committed this act are very few, and we will hold them accountable for this.
I would like to add that both our communities, Sikh and Muslim communities, they are intelligent to distinguish and discern. This act doesn't serve any cause or purpose, and it just clearly shows that somebody wants us to fight and just have bad relations. It's clearly, it takes only a short reflection of the incident. It doesn't serve anybody. It just causes doubt and mistrust, and it's very immature. It's a childish act, as I said earlier. It's not even something that is serving anything or would lead to something. It's clearly something put just to cause hatred, and I call those who are on social media spreading rumors and without ascertaining the truth to seek the facts. And here we are, Sikh and Muslim communities sitting together. We discussed over an hour what happened, and we have a consensus that such incident is not serving and doesn't represent our communities, and also, in my view, doesn't represent the Palestinian community that I know. They're protesting for peace. They want to stop the killing of people in Palestine and Lebanon. They're not asking to destroy this country or destroy other communities. It's obvious it's not serving any good cause.
What would you want to tell average Canadians?
Can I ask one question?
Let's
You go
finish.
first.
Sorry, go ahead, finish.
Just regular Canadians, not of your faith, not of your background. What would you want to tell them? I mean, maybe they're demonizing Palestinians. People, just average Canadians that aren't of your faith. What would you want to tell them?
We don't know exactly the facts and what's the motives. So at this moment, we can't, interpret without having some facts. I believe the authorities should do their investigation, and maybe we'll convene another meeting as educators, as community leaders. We always guide our people to respect and live, as a law-abiding citizen. There are more common things among ourselves. I wouldn't jump into interpretation. The act itself we're condemning today is a wrong act. It's not tolerated by any religion or any law or any human being. So for our mainstream Canadian community, unfortunately, these silly things happen everywhere in the world, and I hope we don't see more of that in Canada. It's very sad.